This will just be a short video. Past Saturday, went to an auction, bought a couple things. Bought this, what I would call a Cultipacker right here. I don't know if this will be a winter project or not, but I've been looking for something like this for a while. Just a little, 4-foot Cultipacker. It's part of a bigger unit, and basically the auctioneer sold it piece by piece as they came to it in the fence row. So what I'm going to use it for is I'm going to use it on those trenches that we still have to grass from all of the electrical work that I've done around the house recently. Got a cheap, I don't know, water trough. It has some holes in it. The bottom's rusted out of it, basically. Got that, I think, for like $2. And my wife's going to make a raised planter out of that. I think the rim, the wheel rim came with it. And then something I'm kind of excited about is I did get this Tumblebug, which the Tumblebug came with this Cultipacker. The Tumblebug is, for those of you that watch Squatch 253, he's done some, I would say he's done some work with the Tumblebug on his 40-acre piece that he has. He's recontoured some stuff. And that's what I hope to do with this one. It's got some condition issues. It needs some bearings. From what I see, it needs some bearings on both sides. I mean, you can see where the bearings out over here. I mean, it still turns over and everything. Obviously, the hitch is kind of screwed up, so we'll have to figure out how that all works and goes together, whatnot, because I really don't know. But surely it's... and who knows, maybe it's just junk. Like I said, these came together, so I think I paid $60 for the Tumblebug and the Cultipacker, which I'm not too sad about. The Cultipacker will certainly be worth it. Now that I've dropped my glove out of my pocket. So that's had a pretty good day at the auction. Spent most of the day there. Just going to go down here through the random iron piles. I got that. I don't know if I've ever shown that on video. I got that last fall. It's a I guess clod breaker or sod breaker that you put behind a plow. Found that in a fence row. Same thing with all these cultivator parts. I might do something with those one day. And really the big key thing down here at the far end really makes me wish I had the 820 still. But since I sold the 820, I really don't have a use for it. But I've got an IH 470 disc. It is a, I don't know, they made them in the 60s and 70s. I don't know a whole lot about them. The only reason I own it is because it was just me and a scrap guy bidding on it. So auction was only a couple miles from the house. So and it had 4 tires on it, and all of them were flat. And so I actually took the round fender to pump up the tires. Came home and hauled it behind the 4066 and hauled it home. Only 2 of the tires were good. Overall, it's supposed to be a 20-foot disc. Obviously, I don't have any piece of equipment that can pull it at the moment. But I got it home, and it'll sit here for a while. If I ever get a bigger tractor or something, I'll play with it. But for what I paid for it, it's not... The bearings seem okay on most of the gangs. Can't remember. I think it's this one. Yep. That gang is completely frozen up. This gang, yeah, that one's good. That one's good. I mean, this one's still spinning. This one was okay. This disc right here is broken. If you can see that, it's getting kind of dark. These are manual fold, so this one, they're kind of, those bearings are kind of crunchy. And then this one spins, and it spins. Now this one's kind of stiff. So, I mean, I probably need a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6, 7 or 8 bearing sets, which I don't think is bad, or 7 or 8 bearings total. You can get them aftermarket for about $25, and then I can cuss and fight with it to replace them. But I don't need to do that right now. Like I said, seemed like too good of a disc to just let it go. It's 14 feet wide without the extensions, or without the folding. So it's one of those deals that, you know, for less than $300, it's kind of hard to say no to it. So really super glad to have that. I don't know why I'm super glad to have it, but it's kind of nice to have a disc here. And if I ever get back into the big 2 cylinders, I think 820, 830 will pull it just fine. Maybe with the wings down even. If not, I mean, I can always get into a higher horsepower tractor, because one of the things I do want to do is I do want to redo some parts of the yard. Basically just because we haven't had time to work on the yard. Yard's extremely rough. So I want to redo basically kind of from here to the road, because it's all of it's rough and everything. And then I can use the Cultipacker and the seeders and everything else that I have. So but let me go in the shed and see if there's enough light in there, and I'll show you what else I bought. Well, unfortunately it was just too dark in the shed to show you anything that I got, but I can kind of tell you it was some random, just a bunch of box lots at an auction. You know, there was really cool older, I call them a torpedo heater, Nipco heater or something like that, 75,000 BTUs, and it was really cool. It's older, you know, big heavy thing. That was nice. Some Pioneer seed, a couple boxes of Pioneer seed stuff, old squirrel cage fan that somebody had built, and then got this table, and get this really cool Pioneer seed sign that I'm going to put up in the new shed. You know, it's newer, it's not anything it's not porcelain or anything, but it is big, and you know, I think it's kind of cool. Evidently the old man, that this was his estate and his wife's living estate, and they just had an auction. You basically sold the acreage both, and sold all the personal property. You know, a lot of stuff sold really well, a lot of stuff sold pretty cheap. You know, I was interested in a couple things they had there, and you know, I think the market was pretty good for older stuff. You know, and the Pioneer stuff sold pretty good. I think there were 3 or 4 of these signs there, and this was one of the cheaper ones. I'm trying to remember. I have to go back and look at the sale bill, but I know it's less than $200 that I paid for this. So, but yeah, I mean, it's, you know, overall pretty happy with the sale. I'll get this hung up in the next few weeks in the shed, and really the big thing for this video is I got to start cleaning up for winter. So the 445 project, I'm attempting to sell it right now. I've decided that I just don't have time to deal with it right now. And if I don't sell it in a couple weeks, I'll probably just park it in the shed. And I don't think I have time to really fix it any more than I already have. And so it's just taking up space at this point. I had my fun with it, solved the problem, and now it needs to find a new home. If you're interested in it, happy to ship it to you. The price on it's $2,000 as it sits, so no side panels or anything. But you know, if you got anything, if you're looking for any parts or anything, drop me an email. I'm happy to ship parts and whatnot. So, but I gotta start cleaning everything up. Don't know. Let me go over to the lathe and I'll show you my new variable frequency drive. All right, so I got my new variable frequency drive all set up and finally set up, and the controls all working. So when you turn the lathe on, there's still all kinds of WD-40 in the chuck that I cleaned. And then reverse. Just like that. So VFD is set up. I've got some work to do on this chuck itself. Now that I've got it all cleaned up, it's not 100%. I don't think it's adjustable, but I can't figure out how get it work quite right. I need to put the 4-jaw back on there and turn something true, and then see if I can adjust this if possible. But yeah, overall that was one project done that I need to get done so I can have some fun this winter. I got a couple small projects that I want to do on the lathe, and then I'm going to pursue getting a mill later this winter at some point. I don't know what it'll be yet, but basically I think the big thing with the mill is I'm limited by height. It'll be whatever, I believe there's 89 or 90 inches there, so that'll definitely be my limiting factor on the mill. But hopefully, I know that not a lot of people watch lathe videos that I make, but I do find it extremely interesting. And so actually going to start cleaning up this corner a little bit, as I have been all summer. The X485 here, I'm going to start working on taking it apart to get it out of here. The hood is gone and a couple other parts are gone. Never did figure out what was wrong with it. I'm going to keep a lot of the electronic parts sitting around for a while, and if I get another X485 in here, I will plug those parts into it and see if I can figure out what's wrong with it. I think it's the fuel pump, but the fuel pump tested just fine. I'm not going to spend a couple $100 trying to solve something when I'm already a little over on this machine. So going to go down the road that way. But yeah, and then I need to get the stupid washing machine out of here. I've been trying to find the stupid part to fix it, and I still can't. So I think we're just going to scrap it. So that's what I've been up to. I'm going to keep cleaning up the shop, trying to because I got to get my truck in here for the winter time, and we will go from there. So thanks for watching.